today we're going to be talking about how to take Instax photos in the snow. And you might be thinking, don't you just turn the camera on and click the button? It's a little more complicated than that. So here we go. So while you can just turn your camera on and snap a photo, there are a few settings on the back of a lot of the newer Instax cameras for a reason. But don't worry if you don't have these settings on your Instax camera. If you have one of the older ones, you can still take really good photos outside in the snow. So if you do have one of these kind of Instax cameras, just look for the lighten and darken button. And you want to set that accordingly. I recommend putting it on darken because you're going to get more visible photos because the snow is very bright generally. If you don't have one of these types, just make sure that the flash is covered and try to take your photos in shaded areas. Even though there is snow outside, you can usually catch some shaded areas underneath buildings or in the shade of different objects. So you can still get really cool photos out in the snow. And here's some examples. This photo was taken just turning the camera on using regular settings, and as you can see, it's not that great. So my dog playing in the snow, you can't really make out too much. You can make out her head like she's a floating head. Not that great. And here's one that I took with a little bit of shadow, a little bit of shade of me just standing in the snow. It's like my feet and, well, not my feet, but my shoes. And that was on regular settings too. But once I did the darker settings, things got a little more interesting because I was able to take that same photo of my dog, only now it's much more clear and you can actually make out that she has a body and she's not just a floating head. So that darken setting is really going to help you get more visible photos as far as the Instax cameras. You can just shoot by turning it on, but again, you want to make sure that the flash is either turned off, or if you don't have the option to turn your flash off, make sure it's covered. Usually you're not going to need the flash on an Instax camera anyway, unless you're indoors and it's dark and it's nighttime or something like that. So keep that in mind. You want to cover the flash. You want to have the darken setting on your Instax camera if you have that option. If you don't, try to get your photos somewhere in a shaded area and you can still get really nice, really visible photos in the snow, in the winter with your Instax camera. For more camera related videos, and if you love Instax cameras in general, which I don't know why you wouldn't, be sure to hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys later.